Understand and implement a risk mitigation strategy in your business. One of the biggest things that hold people back in business is the fear of losing money. In 2010, we had been investing in real estate for about 3 years. We had some ups and downs and we're now changing our focus. I remember the first house I flipped, I was so afraid of losing my investors' money. It was more than I could bear. It was so stressful. It was all I could think about. It took so much of my energy and made it hard to focus on anything else, especially the growth of our business. In 2010, we decided to focus more on rental properties. It just felt a lot less risky and a lot less stressful. Between October of 2010 and February of 2011, we ended up purchasing 12 rental properties, which was more properties than we had ever purchased in that short a period of time. But we were still really struggling to pay our bills and were forced to sell some of those properties. The first few ended up making us really good money, so we decided to sell the rest and ended up flipping 60 houses that year and 120 the year after. So how in the world did I go from being super stressed and sick to my stomach with flipping one house, yet I was able to do over 100 a year several years after that? I began to understand and put in place risk mitigation measures. You see, I changed the way I was looking at it. My goal with these houses was not to flip them at all. It was to use them as rental properties, and I was able to buy them without thinking about it and letting that fear creep in. So I just kept looking at these properties the same way. It was like I had a plan B if anything didn't work out. I would buy houses that I felt like I could flip or I could use as a rental property if I needed to, which would make it a win-win, which let me keep going forward. We've done the exact same thing in every business we've started since then. The truth is there's so many ways to make so much money in business with risking little to no of your own capital. And guess what? I've got a secret for you. You can't lose money that you don't spend. So don't spend money that you can't afford to lose or that you can't risk losing. I'm not saying don't spend any money. It takes money to make money. And there are costs associated with running a business. In fact, when you start making money, I recommend reinvesting a lot of it back into your business. Having that been said, you don't need much to get started. The concept of bootstrapping is the term used when you start a business with little to no capital. This is where I recommend that most people start. And in the event that you might need to raise capital for your business, that's okay too. Just make sure you follow the rules and give anyone who invests in your company full disclosure of the risks involved. Maybe you can get a money partner who knows the risks but is willing to go along for the ride and potential upside. Either way, just know that you can make a lot of money in business with little to no risk. Knowing and understanding this will help you get and keep going. Follow for more Stay on Track and business growth tips.